Hi everybody, welcome back to Broken Sword, the Shadow of the Templars. I'm here with Dorobka again.
Hey, what's up, fellow Beastians?
Alright, and we're at the Hagenmeyer Clinic, and so let's go talk to this doctor over here, who showed up after we found out about where Marquet is.
Aha! Just the man. You must be the new boy.
Yeah, I must be.
Yeah, I must be.
Well, stop wandering about and make yourself useful. Bunny, come here, boy.
I love how
Visit
all you need
Benoit.
is a doctor's kit, and people right away think you're a doctor.
Gramps. Who do you think you are, anyhow?
Who do you think you are? I am Felix Hagenmeyer.
There's so many like typical film moments where, in order for the plot to progress naturally, they skip over things that would never happen.
Right up there with Pastor and Leary. I look on it as a privilege, no,
But yeah,
an honor to look after your nephew, sir.
He is fresh out.
I just love how George's like mentality, changed on a dime when he realized, like, oh, this is the guy the hospital's named after.
Show him.
Better not blow my
Right.
cover. Which is actually, this is pretty smart. Like, there wasn't.
So long, Hagenmeyer.
No, there wasn't a part in the second game where you masqueraded as someone.
I don't think so. No.
Yeah, there is in the fourth. I'm trying to remember if in the third game there was also. No, you didn't pretend to be somebody. Oh yeah, now we skipped all the way to Grendel's to Grendel's lair. Sorry, no, the war.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, Doctor.
Oh, hi. Is this Ward J2?
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah,
The
and she
patient's
doesn't
already
recognize
on
us.
Thank you, nurse.
Even
See,
though
that one doesn't
Who's
make
first?
any
Monsieur
sense at
Croquet
all.
in bed
You
too.
know,
What's his problem?
but
He's been complaining of loss of
it's okay.
consciousness.
You know, the game
You
has
need
to
this,
progress.
Doctor.
So.
Oh yeah.
She gave me a long.
This is kind of like with with cartoons and when
smile.
like the bad guys wear like unconvincing disguises and nobody recognizes them anyway.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
Hi.
It was
I'm
the
Dr.
Groucho
Stillborn.
Marx glasses
Hello,
with the
Doctor.
nose and
The
stuff.
nurse told me
Yeah.
you keep losing consciousness.
You know what?
That's right.
In the second
I've had
Police
the
Story
problem as
movie
long
with
as I
Jackie
can
Chan, he
remember.
pretty much
It's a
wears
real
that disguise. I
out-of-body
mean, it's
experience.
a fake
Like
mustache, a
death,
prosthetic nose, and a
so
pair of glasses,
confusing.
but it's pretty.
I see.
It's pretty much
How
the
long does it
disguise
last?
equivalent of that.
Just a fraction of a second.
Yeah, I need to watch
Then
that
I
one. I
recover.
watched the first
I
one,
might not have been a
and it was
doctor,
really good.
but I was formulating
I
a
need to watch the
diagnosis
second
all
one.
the same.
Yeah, I didn't
This
like the
guy
second one as much, but maybe you'll like it. Maybe you'll like
I
it
know
more.
exactly what you mean.
I'm just kind of.
It's known in the medical field.
Oh, this is the blinking guy.
Is
So
it
keep losing.
serious?
Of course it isn't serious.
Is it serious?
It's perfectly natural.
You are suffering from what we
Just
at the
think,
medical
2
fields refer to as
seconds every
blinking.
What?
Yeah.
This
That's
guy-
almost half an hour every day.
I remember this guy
2
when
weeks out of
I already
every
like played
year
this on
spent
a
in
friend's
total
computer like back in the
darkness.
I
late
don't have time to
90s
listen
before
to
I
you
owned
alone.
this game like several years later. But I remember this guy talking about blinking. I thought it was the most hilarious shit ever. Like the guy, guy suffering from a serious condition where he loses consciousness for only a fraction of a second at a time every day, for a few minutes at a time. And that's like that's like half of your life or something.
Which bed is Marquet in?
He's round the corner, in solitary.
What's the matter with him?
I don't know, but the men who brought him in were wearing masks and rubber gloves. Hey, you're a doctor. How come you don't know?
We doctors don't know everything.
Then how come you act like you do?
Good point. This guy's on
Yeah.
point.
Has
Yeah.
Marquet had any visitors?
Nah, neither have I. That's the worst thing about being in hospital. You feel like the rest of the world has abandoned you.
Well, you know how it is. Life goes on.
Thanks for those comforting words.
Yeah, that lends a little bit of credence to the whole thing, which they say is that Marquet's been like contaminated with like anthrax or something. That's what the guard at the door says, which always kind of feels...
Well, goodbye and good luck.
Well, that's kind of like overkill. Like, he looks like he's been beaten up. Like, you know, Khan tried to run him over with a car or something. You know, like he did with that other guy.
Yeah.
Khan!
Could you take a look at the client in bed number 3 now? His name is Eric Sopmarsh.
Ah, yeah,
Eric Sopmarsh.
Yeah.
He's delirious. He just now came out of theater. He's recovering from major surgery.
I'll have him up and about before you can say, Lazarus, get out of your bed and walk.
Yeah, this is the guy who won't let us past.
Yep.
Hello, anybody home?
Who are you?
My name is Dr. Stobart, and I'm here to steer you down the rocky road to recovery.
Dr. Monroe said there
He's
was
a
no
typical
cure for
grumpy
what
old
I've got.
guy.
Yeah.
Your problem is you stayed in bed too long.
Oh yeah, bro. I
you
also
sure
talked
you're
about
a
this in the Lost
qualified
recording.
doctor?
Is like one of the things that
You
really
better
bothers
believe
me
it.
about this part is, but I think you retorted with the fact that I talked about in my Broken Sword review video from way long ago. I complained about like how there's how there's like a bit of like an accent displacement with these characters, that it bothers me that we're in a French hospital and these are English guys in the beds. But I think you were the one who pointed out, well, they're probably like rich patients, so they can like pay their way to get to treatment like in Paris. So, yeah, so
What can you tell me about
like
Marquet?
that's
He's the man.
yeah,
in
that's
the
sort of
final
okay,
room,
I suppose.
isn't he?
Yeah, I
That
mean,
was
it's not
mine
uncommon,
before I was
honestly,
tossed
because,
out
like,
a common
if a
squatter.
clinic is really good, you'll have international patients from other countries.
Oh yeah.
Do you know what's
Like, for
wrong with
example, a lot of
They won't even
really
say
rich
what's
people
wrong with
from
me.
the Middle East, like Saudi Arabia, they
What's
come to
your-
Germany often for
It's
for,
too early to say.
all kinds of to be in clinics and stuff.
Yeah, yeah, but still, the thing that in the second game that always bugs me is the night watchman at the docks in Marseille, because he clearly has an English accent. It makes no sense whatsoever for him to have that. Like yeah,
I agree with that one. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
And like, I think it's more like they didn't have, they had a limited budget to get like different voice actors.
yeah, something like that. And also, like the second game, they did it like it came out like a year after this one, so they were obviously working on a rather tight budget on that one.
Yeah.
I'm going to take your blood pressure.
Why?
I'm a doctor. It's my job.
Oh wait, why didn't he?
I'm going to take your blood.
What?
I'm a doctor.
Okay, never.
See you later.
Do I have to? Yeah, I was wondering why he wasn't just doing
Hi,
it automatically.
me again.
Yeah.
I'm going to take your blood pressure.
Why?
I'm a doctor. It's my job.
No, it just goes into the dialogue. Well, I guess I have to try
See you
to
later.
walk past him, and that's when he does it.
Yeah.
I know he's not going to let me past.
Yeah.
Doctor,
What is it?
you haven't taken my blood pressure.
Not for a lack of trying. Well, I haven't. It's just the game script doesn't let me do it.
Yep. That would be fun text to say. The game script doesn't let me do it, and then the guy's just looking, what? It's kind of like if they would ever make a Deadpool adventure game.
Oh man,
like,
that reminds me.
Seems fine to me.
That reminds me of a
You're not
really
doing
funny
it
joke
right.
from the
Of
fourth
course I am.
Monkey Island game,
No,
Escape from
you're
Monkey Island.
not.
It makes me sad because I can't play it
Monroe never
because
did it like that.
there's not like
I
a
can't
emulator or
take the
something to make it run
satisfactory
on
reading
modern
while you're
PCs.
excited
But there's
like
like
this. I'll come
there's a
back later.
point in the game where you're talking to a bunch of lawyers, and and you can tell them like, I want to sue somebody, and who do you want to sue? And he says, let's sue the entire gaming industry for forcing hardware requirements for games to be completely ridiculous, even for simple adventure games. And the guys like go, what?
Yep. I mean, the fucking LucasArts games, also back in the day, they love to break the fourth wall.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
Benoit.
And they did it pretty well. Like,
Oh,
I
yeah.
always remember in the first Monkey Island, where the one guy is sitting there and asked me about Loom. He
Oh,
didn't say
yeah.
anything until you
But
asked
you
him
won't.
about Loom. And I was
Here,
like, yeah,
Take
this
this
is great.
pressure gauge.
Yeah. that was and Escape from Monkey Island. That was the final one
Keep
that
it safe
LucasArts
until I
did, and it was actually from the same people that made the Sam and Max game.
Okay.
Michael, Sean Clark and Michael Stemley, and they actually went off they were some of the founding members of Telltale, who now, of course, also do adventure games.
Yeah. I know a lot of people from ex-LucasArts people. They went to make Telltale games.
Yeah.
Hey, Benoit.
I don't know. I heard some more negative stuff about the Telltale games, that they're way too easy for an adventure game. They're more like you're kind of just watching an animated movie.
Some of them are very linear and everything, but that's I think I've read some interview or something about that where they talk about like, well, in this day and age, like you can't have like a super cryptic game anymore. Because people are just gonna get frustrated and they're not gonna finish the game, and then it gets bad reviews and whatever. But I understand. Not all the Telltale games are like that. Like I felt that, for instance, the Homestar Runner game, that was like fairly challenging and pretty good. At least the first Sam and Max game was pretty good like that. And I thought Tales of Monkey Island was also also like challenging in a good way. But yeah, definitely some of the ones that they've since made, I think that they've streamlined like the puzzle solving a lot. And of course, all of those games, they have some kind of a hint system built into the game. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not against the hint system to a degree, but I feel like if the entire game portion of an adventure game is the puzzle solving, and if you simplify it to the point where there's almost no game left, that's kind of like I got a big problem with that.
And I will say that I am not a fan of the way Telltale with the hint system. I'm definitely not a fan of the way Telltale does it, which is that you have to go to like a separate screen and then it gives you a hint. That's the kind of hint system I am not a fan of. I'm more in favor of if you're going to give hints, you should give them in the game itself. It should be like either character dialogue or it should be like an item description, like something it should be built into the game. So I'm not a fan.
I'd say Myst did a good hint system.
Yeah.
And Myst was a really challenging adventure game, and it was very cryptic, so it was like, honestly, like, Myst was okay, and it was still challenging, even with the hints. So, I think that, for me, and the thing is that Telltale does it like they do it, but there's other people who make nowadays adventure games. They can still make a game challenging. Like, for example, I don't know if you're familiar with the Wadget Eye games at all.
No, I'm not familiar.
Okay, they've been making games with this game engine that makes like really old school, like this kind of old school point and click adventure games, and they made some really cool ones like the what is it called?
Blackwell
games, yeah. And I played all 5 of them, and they're really good. They are easier to a degree, like older adventure games, but they're still adventure games, and they still have some challenging bits in them.
Yeah. Okay. But let's finally because I'm gonna tell Benoit to go pump to Sub March, so we can get past him and go see Marquet.
Are you ready with that?
Like Arnold says, what is good for your health? It's humping and pumping.
Use it on Eric Sopmarsh.
Okay.
All right, and now we can get past. Okay, yeah. Let's go talk to the gendarme quickly.
Yeah.
I'm Dr. Stobart.
Bonjour, docteur.
I think I pointed this out last time we tried to record, but the statue is a very famous statue, and it's not there. It's obviously, if it would be a copy.
Oh yeah.
I wouldn't go in there if I was you.
Yeah.
Because I think this one is, I think in the Louvre. I might be wrong.
This just reminds me that in the remake of the first Gabriel Knight, they put in the original graphic, the close-up graphic of Malia into one of the backgrounds. It's like one of the paintings at the Getty Mansion. That was kind of clever use of like original graphics.
Oh,
resources.
nice.
Yeah.
I have to visit my
That is
patient.
cool. I like
What
that.
for?
I'm gonna play the
Routine.
remake for
I
sure.
have
I
to
have it
check he's
already
still
on
breathing.
GOG, so
What if he's
but
not?
I'll sign
I'm
the
gonna wait a
certificate
bit
and
before I
register his
play
bed
it.
as vacant.
Oh yeah.
That's cool.
Have I told you?
But
Have I
that's
told you
all
the main thing that really annoys me? It's a
Well,
great
I've been
remake, but there's
institutionalized
one really
to the point of
annoying thing
godlike
about it.
aloofness.
The white coat.
Well, go ahead.
Thanks.
It's that they changed Gabe's hairstyle. They made it so that he has the long hair like in the second and third game, and like I thought like why did you have to change that like because I like the crazy mop hairstyle that he had in the original.
Yeah, it was very 90s, and
Yeah, like every other aspect of that remake is really good, including like all the new puzzles that they added. But like the friggin' like that's the really was that the one thing you had to change?
well, that's why it's also good that the original is also available, and that's why you play the original. You know, so
yeah.
I agree with you, but I guess the creator wanted to make like the game like
consistent.
Consistent.
Yeah.
I don't know if. Do you think they're gonna remake the second and the third one, or are they just gonna make? Are they gonna rather work on the fourth one?
That's a hard thing. I think we had this. Ironically, I think we had this exact conversation when we were recording these episodes previously. I think.
Oh yeah.
But you know, well, they technically did have to recreate the first game from scratch. So I don't know. Maybe they would, but yeah, I think they could do it. I'm not sure. I don't know. Maybe, but maybe not. Maybe they will just make the remake because it would. I don't know how long did they work on the remake of the first game. I just actually recently watched a video of Jane Jensen talking about like the differences between the original version and how she was involved in the development process of the remake. But that would be kind of cool. But I doubt that whatever remake they would make of the second game would ever be able to match the awesomeness of like Dean Erickson's live action performance. I mean, I love the second game because it's FMV and silly and crazy, but also because it actually is a good a good point and click adventure game.
Yeah.
I don't know. That'd be kind of a neat idea. I'm indecisive of whether or not that would be a good idea.
Catch you later, officer.
Au revoir, Doc.
Well, the thing is that they probably wouldn't make because FMV is kind of dead. However, it's kind of interesting because in the indie game
I know.
scene,
Absolutely don't think that if they were gonna remake it, I don't think they would like get any new actors and film it all over again. Like, no, I don't think that they would do that. I think that they would do it using the same, possibly the same or a similar game engine to the first game's remake, but they would have to try to like replicate the scenes using those. But I don't know. I just like the second game as it is. So it's hard for me to imagine that they would remake it.
I love it the way how it is because you can literally go to the place where I live and apparently there's like a
I would love, and I have no idea if they could do this, but if somewhere in some vault they have like the original video footage, before they compressed and put them on like CD-ROMs of the filmed performances of the original game, if they were to somehow dig those up and restore them and put them on a friggin' DVD and make like a Gabriel Knight 2 movie out of it, I would love to watch that.
That would be great, honestly.
Yeah. Okay, but let's finally go talk to Marquet.
Rather you than me, pal.
Well, all I want to say just really quick is that in the indie game scene, they've been doing some FMV games. It's been like a thing now again.
Wow.
Yeah. Not that many, but there's a couple, and it's interesting because now they can do the video like really, crystal clear, like with good sound and everything. So it's kind of weird. But it's kind of cool too.
I saw a really funny video. It was on Mad Chat where they talked with the guy who made the Betrayal at Krondor.
I just want to know why
the RPG. And that's the thing that they talked about. Like it was a game where they had digitized actors, kind of Mortal Kombat style, And
Yeah,
they had a
yeah.
funny production faux pas with that, is that they put the actors in costumes and they had the idea of digitizing them.
Not me.
And when they started making the game, the digitization project was very crude, and so they thought that, okay, let's get some like really cheap costumes and props, because it's going to be so pixelated that players will not be able to tell what the thing is going to look like anyway. And then what ironically ended up happening is that they had to push back the digitization until the digitization technology had gotten actually kind of good. And then when they did do the digitization with the crappy costumes and everything, people could tell that the actors were just wearing crappy costumes.
Well,
so they kind of shot themselves in the foot, ironically, in that way.
yeah, that's interesting because I've heard that's actually a pretty good RPG. So.
Oh yeah. They weren't criticizing the game, but one of the guys who worked on it said like that was kind of a funny thing that happened.
Oh man, like if you want to see, like this is a game that I still need to play through, and I've gotten really far, but I wanna start from scratch, and I wanna review it. And I talked about this already. Stone Keep. That game is like one of my favorite FMV games because it has also really cheesy. It starts with the cutscene that is like a mini FMV like amazing movie, kind of like so bad that it's good again.
Okay.
Anyway,
we're kind of talking over the scene now, but Marquet told us that about Klausner and everybody that that he has hired Flapping Guido to steal the tripod from the museum.
I must say that this guy is telling him a story, and what does George say? They have geese in Syria.
Oh yeah.
What are you doing?
It's just out of like fucking random, like he's just telling him his most inner secret. He's about to die.
Yeah,
because he says,
because he confuses us with one of the Neo Templars.
Yep.
I mean, this is a genuinely dark scene, and it's one of the more disturbing moments.
Yeah,
it's immediately followed by one of the most annoying moments when the freaking cardio machine starts beeping like crazy.
I finished your pressure gauge.
Oh yeah, the all-important pressure gauge. We'll need that when we go to Spain.
It sounds as if someone's having a cardiac arrest.
It's all right.
Moon logic, I love it. That's what I love about the adventure games. At least old ones. But you keep things you would never keep, and then you need them on a later date.
He showed me his ID.
Oh yeah. I think we. Hey, have you had a chance to? Probably not. You've been too busy probably to even watch the Gabriel Knight 3 Let's Play. But we talked a little bit about Moon Logic with Kaiser on that as well.
I will watch it.
Okay, yeah. I understand. You've been really busy, so so probably haven't had the time. But it's just funny that all these things like interconnect, like what we're talking about other Let's Plays, we're talking about you, and then we're talking about Kaiser on this Let's Play and all that. It's funny. It's funny how it all connects.
Well, in Gabriel Knight 3, like one of the weirdest things is getting the cat hair and making a mustache out of it. That is just so fucking weird. Even for an adventure game, it's.
I found Jacques Marquet.
It's one of the top 5 weirdest objects that you have in a game.
He talked.
Oh yeah.
For the very last time.
It's a black mustache.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Cold blood by a bogus
it's so disgusting. Also, like I would never put the fur of a cat under my mouth.
Yeah.
It's like who knows where that cat was?
Was it Khan?
No, I don't know who he was, but it certainly wasn't Khan.
Khan!
He got away. Khan! Out the window.
No, this time it wasn't Khan.
Yeah.
All right.
That picture is great too. Like psycho dude.
Oh, this is the Hashi-Ashin logo.
Hashi-Ashin, yeah.
The Hashi
or the assassin.
No.
Oh, he says Hashi-Ashin. Like so American, he intentionally just mispronounces it.
Well, it's kind of interesting because it was, for me, it was really cool because I read up also then the origins of the word assassin, and I kind of knew it, but then I read up again about it. It's just really interesting, you know, so.
Oh, yeah.
Do you think the assassin was responsible for killing Marquet?
I don't think so. He could have finished him off the first time. Besides, Marquet would have recognized him.
He was pumped to the gills with
sedatives. But still, what I still like about this game, that even though, you know, it's obviously fictional, there's a lot of real-life history and locations interwoven within.
Yeah. That's always been the thing I love about these games, the Gabriel Knight games, and there's another game I'm thinking of, but okay, maybe I'll come back to that.
Let's take another look at the manuscript.
Oh wait, have we? No, we haven't talked to Labino yet, have we?
I don't think so.
Okay, we will have to go to the Kroon Museum now.
I guess I'd better go back and talk to that weirdo.
Which one, Russell or Sergeant Moo? Oh, were you referring?
Oh no, we've talked to
I'll let you work it
Labino, but
Yeah, we talked to him, but we gotta talk to him again, I think.
yeah, we have to talk to him now about the manuscript and what he thought of it. And it's actually time to end the episode. it's time flies when you're having fun and talking about adventure games and the flaws in them. Okay, but any words before we end this episode?
No, I had a good time.
All right.
That's pretty much it.
Okay, see you on the next one. Bye.